What's up, folks? How's it going? It's me, Russ, also known as RKSlade, coming at you with some Cities Skylines live gameplay. See if we can get some of this stuff fixed up here real quick. Apparently the stream just went live. As soon as I started streaming from OBS, it didn't give me a chance to edit any of my titles and stuff. So give me 1 second to do that. I hope your day is going great. We're here in Sladetown, which is our YouTube exclusive live stream city. We'll jump back in it in just a second, but for now I'm going to throw us into some cinematic cameras while we get started here. But let's see, Sladetown, Cities, Skylines, PS4 Pro. Sladetown is our YouTube only live streamed city. Oops. Let's see. Today we'll jump back into the city and make sure everything's running smoothly. Skylines. Just gotta type this stuff in real quick. Cities, Skylines. Alright. Public restrictions, gaming, cities, Skylines. 2015 thumbnail. I don't have a thumbnail, unfortunately. Sorry. Alright, I think that'll do. That'll get us going for now. Excellent. Alright, so we're into the city here. And what else can we do here? So we can figure out a way to... the first time I've gone live to YouTube in a long time from OBS. Usually I just stream straight from the console, which is also why I'm able to have my mic set up and ready to roll today. But anyways, hope you're doing great on this Thursday morning. At least it's Thursday morning where I'm at. That's a nice little city that we got going on. We got a couple little pods of population, and of course you can see the main area right there. Kind of an island, but not quite an island. Let's see. So we come up here. I guess it's an island. It's yeah. So eventually it's surrounded by at least rivers on all sides, so that's pretty cool. Excuse me. There we go. Let's see. Trying to find that live video. There it is. Normally I would have all this stuff ready and done before I go live, but such as it is today, like I said, first time streaming in a long time. Over here to the old red, we'll call this red. Facebook is blue and Twitch is purple. Don't really have much of a Twitch thing going on these days, but we're on YouTube. There we go. Alright, come on. You know, like, I'm a big fan of Skyrim, and I love how Skyrim, after a few minutes, when you go idle, it will just kind of go into this camera rotation. It would be kind of neat if Cities did something like that, just while you were AFK doing some other stuff. But I guess you could manually, like I said, go into the cinematic camera and get a few views. But I would like one that's a little bit more citywide, you know. I'm on YouTube this morning in Sladetown. I'm on the mic today. There we go. Share that to the old page, and I don't know how to do it. But yeah, I got into City Skylines very recently, so it's definitely kind of a newer thing for me. Several months, maybe 3 months tops. I think I loaded it up in December after having it sitting in my PS Plus library for months. I don't remember when they initially released it as a monthly game for PS Plus, but I was kind of like, yeah, you know, I used to play Sim City. It's probably cool. I'll get to it eventually. And then once I loaded it up and started playing it, I was like, man, this is great. I love it. And I'm pretty much just playing vanilla. I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the DLCs. We've got Campus, Industries, Park, I think, and maybe 1 or 2 other ones. But anyways, quite soft this morning. Yeah. I'll turn up my mic a little bit too. Is the music too loud? Andrew, welcome to the stream, by the way. I didn't have my dashboard. I can pull down the old background music. Excuse me for that. Definitely appreciate that. One other thing that we can do is go into our options here and just make sure our audio is not too crazy. We'll bump the background music down to 20. I enjoy the background music, but I'm also not hearing what you're hearing as far as the mix goes, which is kind of sad that I can't really get a good monitoring situation on this, but thank you for letting me know that. Appreciate that. I am kind of using my Bob Ross voice. Can't really hear anything. I wonder if it's just YouTube, because my volumes are the same as they are on what am I trying to say? They're the same as they are on Facebook, so it shouldn't be that much different. Let me look at some of my advanced properties. Maybe we can crank up the old mixer. I wish I had a well, dang it. I wish I had better control over that. So I'm running my mic at 110%. Let's bump it up a little bit. Let me know if that gets a little bit louder as we go. This has got my NDI source at 0. I think the audio went out is what happened on the game. Oh, okay. I hear birds. Oh, you know what? My mic is set to be mono, so it should be going down both channels. You only hear birds. That is odd. And annoying. Let's see if this is... No, the NDI source is there. That's so weird. NDI source is the gameplay, basically, so all the game audio and all that jazz. But you can... You can hear my voice, obviously, because you said I was quite soft-sounding, so you can hear it. Maybe it's just not... I don't know what's up with that. Might have to just get in and work with the profile for YouTube. Because like I said, I literally just duplicated the settings that I use on Facebook. And, yeah. Well, I'll definitely have to go back and check that out and listen and just see what I hear. I wish there was a way for me to Monitor. I am louder now. Okay, good. I did bump myself up a little bit. I'm trying to speak up a little bit too. In my little mixer on OBS, my microphone's turned all the way up, but then you can also go adjust the gain on it. So I bumped the gain up by 10%. So I think that's good. So what we were going to do, Andrew, since you're here, one of the things that I wanted to do was get a stadium going, and I gotta check and make sure. We've already got one here. This is a football. We're not gonna do that one. We're actually gonna build a new one. I have several cities, so I'm trying to remember which one. This is our university space over here, so I think we'll actually kind of develop this area out here. I think we've got all the way out to, yeah, out to this line here. So we've got some good space out here to develop Boomtown or Boomertown, whichever you prefer. Boomtown sounds pretty classic and traditional for a baseball area. And then Boomer is obviously a direct kind of quote, direct hat tip, head nod to you, my friend. Just scream the whole time. Well, what I can do as well is I can bring the NDI down some more too. But you're saying, I think, that my overall volume is not great. Let me look in my settings and see. Audio. See, I don't have just like a simple mixer, which would be a little bit easier. Just trying to make sure I don't have anything checked that's like, make your voice sound tiny. I don't. But it is weird. You've joined me. Oh, well, I haven't used my voice. That's what's different about this stream here on YouTube. You've joined me a few times over here, and I've just been off the mic, so... Boomer Stadium is what I would call it. All right, there you go. Okay. So we will indeed call it Boomer. Sweet. All right. Well, and then we've got this area way out here as well. So we definitely have room. Might even put it out here. Man, that's a big old diamond. I built these, gosh, it's been a couple weeks ago, I think, when I last live streamed, because you were with me when I was developing some of these interchanges in town here. And we're only running at single speed now, but I think this, if we look this way, this is the original, this is where we started. So we came into town here, started at Waterside, and kind of developed out basically to about here, where that road is. That was kind of our first square, and then we developed out over here. We got Chili Garden. We have Concord State College. I was going to maybe associate the baseball stadium with this state college, but I think we're going to just give it its own little area. Yeah, and things got messy. Yeah, let's speed it up to triple speed here. I think we're doing pretty good, though. This was one of the ones that was pretty tough, you know, coming over the river. So traffic's moving along here. Definitely think having an overpass was a good idea there. This was just a little industrial overpass here. It's not really supposed to connect to the highway, so that's good. It just connects basically Green Acres to Green Acres. This whole farm area is Green Acres. And then this one, we have a diamond on one side and some weirdness on the other side. So let's see. Let's just revisit it here, because what I was doing was I was over developing the roads. I was putting two offs and two ons, you know, for one direction, which all I need is one. So here we've got an off that goes around a little curve, and then we have an on that goes this way for this direction, and then here we have an off and an on. So I think we're good there. Right, and then this one was just a simple diamond with, it looks like, you know, another weird little access point, but it's actually just for pedestrians, so that's cool. So we got an off and an on, and an off and an on. So this one's running pretty smoothly now. And I'm not seeing any real bad traffic in this area. I think the big thing is to know that I think we started with a roundabout here. And once you start going high density in your residential and commercial, like these buildings here, you definitely need to revisit some of these interchanges in the middle. This one's a little busy here, but I'm okay with it. You know, we could still provide, you can do 2 offs in one direction, and they're not backed up because of traffic, they're backed up because it's actually a light. So we actually have it as an acting traffic light, so I'm fine with that. But traffic looks good. Yeah, I think we're doing okay in the middle of the city. And keep in mind too, like I said, we came out here, roundabout, and then this was just a regular road that kind of ran through my city, but I decided to upgrade it to a highway system. So now we have a highway pretty much running all the way through. It's basically the spine of our city right now. It's not. Oh, this was the other one, remember? So this one actually looks a little bit janky here. We've got an on and then an off, and then an off and an on. So definitely lots of traffic. We'll have to definitely spend a little time at some point. I think that's where we left it last time. We were just trying to experiment a little bit with this system here. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Looks like, for whatever reason, I didn't upgrade this to a bigger street. But we definitely have a little traffic here. Maybe we could also put access down at the end. It's not a whole lot out here, but there's a lot of traffic to it. But this area, obviously, that's the big draw. So, yeah, it's not horrible, but you remember, it's backed up to the overpass here, but you remember it was actually backed up way down here on the bridge, so we did clean it up a little bit. And I think as long as it kind of keeps moving a little bit, you know, I wonder if I went ahead and upgraded this little curve to 2 lanes, we could go ahead and see. People are having to change lanes. They're not really doing it until, well, I guess right at the lane change. More than one exit, yeah. So I think we might kind of put an exit here, run a little back street back here. The back street's back. All right. And, you know, access to back here too. I don't know which way I'm gonna expand as far as my next tile goes. I think I'm not really ready to expand at all. We have so much undeveloped land already. I don't really need to expand anything. So I was thinking about, you know, running a little bit bigger of a road back behind here and connecting up there. But I think what we can do is just use this last road here and just take it straight across. We'll connect over to that one and then, you know, provide some access to the highway there. But again, we've got our death care issues. Not exactly sure why it's taking so long for the, oops. Let's see. Oh, we don't have anything over here, that's why. It's just wait. There is one here. So for the people that die, the hearse has to come all the way to the highway and then get back in the city there. So we don't want that. We do want it to be somewhere that's got, is this a hospital right here? We'll put it next to the hospital, actually on this side. That way the hearse can go out and then access the city. One thing we didn't do is make any crossroads. So that's kind of an issue too. So let's fix that right now. Let's go ahead and put a few little nice, we'll do bike path. Well, actually, these don't need to be bike paths. They can just be regular roads. And the reason is because, actually, those aren't bike paths. Those are tree lined. So we don't have any. Oh, what in the heck did I build literally right there? Probably like a fire station or something. What is that? Whatever it is, it's not wanting me to build there. Oh, Rosemary. It's a high school. Put a high school kind of right in the middle of everything. All right, let's move it over here. We'll just put it right there. Still not really great access because it's on there's a median in the middle of the road, but whatever. Now I have that song stuck in my head. What, did I sing a song or just the song that's playing? So we're just gonna develop just a straight lane all the way through except for right here because there's something large right there. What are you? What are you? The public library. Imagine having to move the public library. Our bad. We just put it in the wrong spot. Here we go. And then we will rezone this as... Actually, let's put a park here. Never enough parks. I'll find one that's small enough. There we go. Nice little park there. I guess it's a little playground. Yeah. Oh, Backstreet's back. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to experiment with the delay here on YouTube. So I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1 mark in a few seconds, and when I do that, Andrew, if you don't mind, could you comment the word mark? I want to see how long it takes for you to respond. So if you're ready to type mark. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, mark. That'll just give me an idea of how long the delay between what I'm saying is and when you're hearing it and when chat is coming back to me. I should have turned a timer on, but we'll see. I know you're working too, so. All right, so these guys always have trash issues. Mark, okay. So that time that elapsed between there was probably 30 seconds. So that's interesting. That's why I was curious about the song, because it had been a while since I said the Backstreet comment. But that's okay. That's the nature of streaming on some of these social platforms, is that there's always a little bit of a delay. All right, what were we doing? Okay, we were over here. We were thinking about where to develop our new stadium. Option 1 by the college. Option 2, that's by the college. Option 2 was out here with this nice new interchange. I think we're going to do this. Oh, shh. We're going to do this, and let's see where we have our baseball stadium. I think it's in the... It's not in here. It's part of the campus tab. Just want to make sure. That's a sports stadium, but that's obviously not a baseball stadium. All right, so what we have to do is go to our campus tab. We have to create a campus area. I think what we'll do is we will put our... do kind of this campus area out here. And so I'm not saying that our um, oops, not saying that our Boomer Stadium is going to be a college stadium, but we have to put it in a campus area to build it, which is kind of a bummer. But so what we're going to do is just, for the sake of role play, if you will, we're going to have a campus building, I believe. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's get our collector road here. Nope. Just got a medium road going. Let's take it all the way to here for now. And then, actually it's more of an arterial. So this would be our collector road here. We'll do bike path. So what we want to do for our area, we're going to kind of build, at least in my my experience in the stadiums that I've been to, not very many, but I've been to a couple of spring training ones, and then of course Fulton County Stadium, which was the Braves that I remember from the 80s and early 90s. And then we also have Turner Field, which was the Olympics all the way up until just a few years ago. And now we have Truist Park. But it's like each iteration of the stadium got more and more commercial and developed, kind of providing, you know, a space for fans not only to come and enjoy baseball, but to experience I don't know, fine dining and shopping and all that jazz. So we're going to kind of create a, unfortunately we're too far away out here. We'll go past it and then just, oh wait, I went way too far. I was trying to go to here. Let's create this little square area for now to start with. Then we'll build some shops and some housing that can go around this. This square basically is going to be our area. But to get it named, we got to, let's see if we can put in any of these sports without, yeah, we can. Let's see, which one is our baseball stadium? There we go. So here's our baseball park. And I'm not sure, I want to kind of put it in the middle in the back there. There we go. Actually, let me do this. We also want to separate it from the road. I think the reason for the delay, I was not live. Oh, that makes sense too. Yeah, sometimes you just hit that little live button. I don't think that is not a function on Facebook. On YouTube, you can. Why is it always? I always build. Oh no, that's even. I say, why do I always not build it evenly? But oh gosh, look at the slope here. I didn't realize it was such a harsh slope. That's kind of dumb. Let's see if we can figure that out. Let's bring some utilities in here first. So we definitely need water. We need Wawa. Wawa. Where the heck? I mean, we're way out of the city with this thing. Hopefully we'll just kind of create a whole new little pod of in fact, we might give this its own power source out here. Let's take it to here. Again, probably should have, yeah, this whole area is like just sloped down to the river. I'm not going to run power just yet. Let me pause it. Let's get to landscaping and see if we can somehow soften slope terrain. We want the target position, I guess, to be down here. And then we want to slope this. Oh, this is hard. I think that's not going to really work. It is pulling out the lines one by one. Alright, so let's try soften. No, that's not working either. Not as much as I would like it to. That's like just a real harsh. What is this? Level terrain? Okay, we can try that. So it actually went the opposite direction. You're not leveling it, you're unleveling it. Or maybe we take this as a target. Yeah, I think I just did it backwards. That's a little better. Just kind of want to slope this whole thing. I don't mind if there's a rise, you know, up to the... We'll have to fix the other side too. I think this is... Well, basically what we created is this ridge now. That's okay. I don't really know how to make that go the opposite direction. Oops. Probably see if we can lower this a little bit. Kind of puts us back where we were. That's okay. So a little bit more terraced, but that's fine. What I think I want to have in our little area is, I just like the idea of either tall office buildings or high-rise buildings that kind of look down into the stadium. That's how Truist is, and I really like that. Put me on a pedestal. So I think what we need to do, I don't want them to come straight in from here, is give us another little road. And we're going to have this little, we're going to keep it pretty grid-like. Let's see, which one is that again? Yeah, and then we'll do office buildings on this little horseshoe right here. That's how Bush is. And then we'll do these. Do these with some. It's obviously not symmetrical, but just some little. Oh, come on. Hey, easy. Oh, you don't want to sit on the. You don't want to sit right on that. That's okay. And as you notice too, so we're not. What I'm trying not to do is just have everything right off of this. So we'll build in some little access. It's not really a cul-de-sac, but kind of just a loop. Ah, what are you doing? Do the same thing over here. Just creating space with our grids that we can, so I might even connect these up. I don't mind if they're, wow, look at the difference in, straight across. I just didn't take this one as far high, but that's okay. Alright, so let's get some more water. I don't think we finished the water, I just ran it right to the front door. Try this. Big square. Not really a square, but kind of a square. That should get us all. And we haven't gotten any power yet. We gotta have water out here too, don't we? There we go. Because what I'm going to do is, let's see if we can get police department. We want it right on the front, but we want it to be accessible. And then what I'm going to do is take power to that area. That way I don't have to run power through the whole deal. Well, that needs water? For real? Oh, yeah, sure does. There we go. And hopefully, as this develops, how we're going to do that is, I don't want anything right on the main road, but we'll do this square, this square, this square, and this square. Are you guys close enough to get power? Nope. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Now it just jumped. Sweet. For all those beautiful brawls. Yeah, that's right. We'll also get fire access here. And since there are going to be a lot of brawls, probably what we need to do is have a... I'll get over there. Probably need to have a clinic that we can... Well, actually, let's just do a hospital, since we probably will need, you know, just in case there's any injuries or anything, the players can go there too. Alright. So we got a living area. We're going to make the interior of these loops commercial. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so that'll work there. We'll do that on this side too. This is a little wider, but all the squares should be filled. And then we'll kind of mirror this living space here. It's not exactly symmetrical, but it's nice, I think. Let's just go ahead and unzone this one here. Don't really need that. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to use our regular districting tool. We're going to create a district right on the stadium so that we can now come and rename it. So we're going to name this after our good friend Andrew, who's watching in stream today. We're going to name it Boomer. Woohoo! Boomer Stadium. There we go. And campus area, we might be able to rename that as well too. Let me see if I can. You know, it's obviously a different tab. There we go. The campus area has no administration building. Of course it doesn't. But I wonder if we could actually, let's try this. Let's undistrict it and see what happens. I think we should be okay. We're just not worried about leveling up a college area or anything. So yeah, there we go. So technically I don't think we needed the campus area to put in the stadiums and stuff. But we'll have to, I think, pretend that there's games going on here, because I think you do have to have a college associated with it for it to actually, you know, create a team and play and stuff. But we'll see. I might just put an administration building somewhere just so that we can have that functional. But there we go. So now we need, so this has parking already, so that's good. I don't have any way really to make actual parking lots. Let me look this up, because we might be able to fake. Where is my mouse? There it is. Let's see. Vanilla Cities Skylines parking lot. So you basically have to fake a parking lot. They're mostly, you have the green cities. I don't have that. There's actual car parks. I was watching a video a couple days ago, and somebody kind of did a multi-tiered, like, this is how you do it if you only have vanilla. This is how you do it if you have this DLC. This is how you do it if you have mods. So it was a cool idea. I just can't remember what. Oh, yes, I do. I remember what it was. Okay, so what it is you have an area like this, and I believe it's either the 6-lane road or the highway, but I think it's a 6-lane road. And what you do is you run it like this, and it's obviously not a functional 6-lane road, but it kind of acts visually from far off like a parking area, kind of, in a way. But obviously, I'm not a huge fan of that. What you would do then as well is you would come back in and kind of give it a little pizzazz, maybe with some of these, trees and stuff. Oh, console. But unfortunately, what it won't do is, even though it can approximate a parking lot, a big parking lot, is that it won't actually. Our landscapers were drunk. It won't actually function as that. People will actually just drive around on it like it's a highway. So it's all good. It's all good. But since it already has kind of its own little built-in parking here, I think we're okay. It's just, quite honestly, like, I get it. People want ways to approximate parking lots in the game. This just doesn't work for me. But what I need to do is get the it's called Green Cities DLC, and apparently it comes with a couple of options for parking lots. You can't manually paint them in, but you can zone. I don't remember what it is, but some kind of zone that also has some ordinances in effect will create these, like, electric vehicle charging station parking lots, and they are actually a commercial entity, and so they will spawn in like any of these other resources. You just have to get the right one, and then when you get the right one, you can make it a historical building, which keeps that asset frozen basically on the map. It won't become abandoned and then despawn and then respawn something else, so that's pretty cool. All right, so what I think what we'll do here is we'll put a park. I think is what I was gonna see. Let's see if our big one will fit in here. It sure will. And it's not going to be centered, unfortunately, because it's just the shape of it. There's not really any way to center it, but that's okay. It's got a big park here. That'll help with some of these guys who don't like the noise pollution. So you're going to have noise pollution anytime there's a big stadium or anything like that. So that's kind of one of the drawbacks of living around the stadium, I guess. But what we can do, we don't really have enough, but what we can do is we can buffer it a little bit by using office buildings. They help buffer sound pollution, and then also trees. So if we were to use something like, where's our live oaks? Do we have live oaks? There we go. Oh, okay, so we can't build on that, but we can build, let's make this space a little bit more. Just kind of fill up the space. Now I only have limited amount that I can do on the map. When I was first playing, I didn't realize that this was a resource that eventually hits a limit that you can't go past, and so I was like creating these really huge forest areas and making it look awesome. But for now, I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll run some more parks and stuff. We just want this area to be, so we've got shopping, these little shopping pods here, and then maybe, well, we don't have really room on that other side, but here we do have room for a park. And so I think what we want to do is maybe something like the Botanical Gardens. No, that won't fit. The Japanese gardens are always pretty. We'll do this kind of on the side here. No, let's do this close to the residential area. There we go. We're doing fine on money, although we are spending a lot of money right now. We're going to do... Let's just do a walking path here. We'll just kind of connect one side to the other each way. And then we're going to get rid of these, whatever kind of trees these are. For our little park area, we're going to go with some just some pretty, whatever these are. No, I was actually not trying to get them in a line, but they ended up kind of lining up. So this is kind of our little Japanese area. Japanese garden area, that is. What else do we need around a stadium? So we have to just imagine that these places are good for... I can't tell it what kind of commercial places to build, but looks like we got some good stuff. Grab some coffee, Andrew. Excellent. Well, let's see if there's any like unique buildings that might supplement what we've got here. This is a fountain. That could be pretty cool. How big is that? Too big. That might have worked here. No, I think it's still too big. So it is large, but we got this luxury hotel and a zoo. Luxury hotel is just too big in my opinion. Like as far as it's cool looking, but it's just way too big. What else we got? What is that? The London Eye, hypermarkets, government offices, the Gherkin, department store, city hall, cinema, shopping center. Shopping center's not huge. We'll kind of put this over here. Maybe buy our commercial. This is interesting because it's an indoor place. And I guess you drive in there? I'm not really sure how that works. I mean, obviously you can walk around it. Let's see, there's our football stadium. We don't really need that. What is this? This is a statue of shopping. Oh man, I was gonna say that would be perfect if we could squeeze it in somewhere. Put it over here by our commercial. We have plaza, statue of industry, statue of wealth. We'll put that across from the other one. Hey, Ruby. Give me 1 second. Ruby has escaped her playpen somehow. I'm not exactly sure. All right, I'm back. Interestingly enough, Ruby has this big, it's a huge playpen, but it has a zipper door on it. And if you will, it zips like a tent opening. And she figured out how to unzip it. She's in the next room watching simple songs on YouTube with her older brother, who didn't notice that she walked out. It's not his responsibility to watch her, but he's also got his nose and eyes on a screen like I do. So she came walking in here, and I was like, what? She's supposed to be just sitting there watching YouTube. All right, so we have some death care issues here. We got to take care of those. We'll just go ahead and put our little fellow here. It's quick how these people just died. Why did y'all die so quick? Maybe because the noise pollution was so bad they just died. But we create a nice little area here. What we'll also do is, this will be the last thing that we do because I need to get her a little bit of pre-nap time food and make sure she's not escaping again. But we will, let's go ahead and do a metro station here. I think we'll do an underground. I think underground always works great. I think we can do it just, you know what I saw? I can't remember how somebody did. They did a real cool angled one. But we'll do it right here, right across from the stadium / park entrance there. Man, I wish that was symmetrical. That little bit of space right here on the left bothers me because I don't really have it on the right. I'm trying to think what I could do to create something to give it like an intentional. I could always move the road over by one, but then it's not symmetrical with this, which maybe not be the end of the world. But you can see how even our park entrance is not lined up. Actually, I might be able to move the park over one. That may help with at least visually lining up the walkway. Yeah, see, it's not. The problem is the entrance to the stadium is two cells wide, and the entrance to this is 1 cell wide. So it's either going to be off center to the left or to the right. Oh well. I don't need to get too into the weeds, but what we need to do is figure out where our other stations are. So we got a green loop. Excuse me, they're all green. We have a loop, as you can see, that runs around. We'll call this the east side of our island, and then we have a loop that runs around the west side. And then I believe we also have, what is this? This is buses or something. So I was gonna say, I thought we had a connector. These are all buses. So maybe we don't. Maybe we don't have any metro going over here, which is fine. I don't know why I wouldn't have put a metro over here. But that's okay. We'll get back to that some other time. But what I do want to create is a kind of a metro loop that covers this whole grid. For now, obviously there's only one pod over here. So what we'll need to do, there's a station there. I wonder if we can just tap into this line. I think we can. So what we'll do is we'll grab the underground line here, and we'll just come off of this line. Actually, let's do it over here. So I think we'll have a little bit more room to work with. Where's the line? So we'll come here. See if we can come out here. It's going to be underwater, I think. Oops. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to do? We're going to take that out. Build here. Need it to be freeform. There we go. Sometimes this can be tough when there's already stuff that exists. What we're going to try to do is keep it here and then come up above the ground. Too close to that. Now we come up above the ground. Do we? Don't we? See, I think that's going to be out under the water. Ugh. Well, let's do this. A little landscaping. I think we can build up the area a little bit. We kind of have to. Let's see. Up is X. There. We just created a mountain. Oh gosh, we just created a flood. I think that'll be okay once it figures itself out. It's hard to see how high these actually are, so I'm going to bring this back down a little bit. Come down, there we go. And then this one here. There we go. Are you supposed to be coming up, not down, right? There we go. No, don't flood the city, you fool. Remember that time I didn't know what I was doing? Alright, come on, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. The floodwaters have receded. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm obviously not very good at that. Alright, under the ground. Come on, it's not too steep. It's not. It's not. There we go. We'll just see. I think we're okay here. We're gonna. I was trying to go parallel. Oh, come on. We'll go to here, then we'll bring it down to the ground. Now, where is our place at? Okay, straight ahead. So we're gonna go underground here. Curve around a little bit to the right. A little bit to the left. And we're connected there. Natural disasters. Alright, so again, this is not. We'll do this. We'll make a small loop, kind of the same. Oops, did not mean to do that. Dadgummit. If you connect it to a road node, it tries to come up above ground, which is not what we need. So, always helpful to run alongside roads if possible. So what we're going to do is, I think, we got to connect back into that line. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we just kind of create this. You know, I think the line will work this way. So basically what we need to do is just come over here and create a new line. We're going to basically bring it. Actually, we'll need one line to just go around the city, but there's no other stops at this point. So I think you have to have another stop. So let's see what happens if we come in to this line here and make a stop here. And we'll just basically create a whole line that includes our east loop. And then I think we might have to add another. This will be the question. Can we come back through here? Complete the line. So yeah, it's just, I thought it would come back around here. It would if I had another stop. But I don't really have anything built. But that's not super convenient, because what happens is it comes here and then it just turns and goes back the same direction. All the way back around here. But I think if what I had done was created another, like a branch off of here back onto this line, I think it would have worked a little bit better. So let's do that. Let's see. I need it to be on the purple. I mean the coral color, whatever color that is. The easiest way to do it is going to be just to go here, delete the line. Yeah. All right. So let's try that again. Let's get off this line. Ah, this is hard. It's so harsh. I do want it to stop here. And then the question is can we do a real harsh? Looks like no. How about no? Yeah, here we go. I don't know why that's already occupied. That just doesn't even make logical sense as far as like actually. But anyway, let's try this again. And you know what? I think it would probably be okay to do this for future. Woo, look at this traffic. For future purposes, let's just build something out here because I think we'll do a park or something out here. And so that way we can create another stop out here. And then what we'll do is fix that line. So that it actually runs up to that place. Ah, I went to the road. Go past the road, please. There you go. They're not perfect. My curves sometimes need a little work. Like that's kind of an odd bump there in the road, but whatever. Whatever. We'll get a little power to it. And again, there's nothing really out here, so we got enough water there. But that'll give us another stop over here so that we can do this, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. I want my first line to just be a loop. Oh, okay. Before we do that, we need to do, shoot. All right, why don't you just go home? All right, so this is the world's most unorganized, horrible situation here. Drag a stop to move it. How do I? Let's see. I think we just complete it by going around. Nope. Dang it! I created a new one. All right, we're gonna delete that one. We're gonna delete this one. No. No. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh my gosh, this is the most annoying thing in the world. So I'm creating all these lines, but let me figure this out. Metro, is it green? Yeah. So we show or hide. Get the details, we can delete it there. Now what other one is this one? Delete. There we go. Now we can start that over. Create a new line, go to here, and then come back and create. So that way we have a loop that goes around the city, which is nice. But then we also want to do, we don't really need this, but I like to do it. Let's see if it'll hit me up from this side, is to, no, it won't do it. Now if I had a third stop, it would give me an option to come from the other direction. So we're not going to do that. I might have to delete that line again, unfortunately. I just want to delete it. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to take this line and go across the riv. Make sure we're not all flooded out. And this one can actually, I believe, can come here. Yeah. Go to the big hub, which is right here. It's actually not really a big hub, it's just above ground. And come around here to here. That way we just have a bigger loop that covers both areas, and then we'll come back around to here and then close off the loop here. There we go. So now this area is connected to at least the east part of the city, and then the east part of the city is connected. Where am I close? So here they are right here. So it's actually three lines, well not three lines, but three loops on the island here. So I told you about the east one and the west one, and then I have one that runs, as you see, this little kind of purple one. I put it close here so that they could, you know, if they wanted to connect lines, basically a connecting line. So this line goes around here. We got to stop here. I stopped there, but it basically connects these two lines to the two different parts of the city. So the one over here, this is what we also need to do too. We need to make sure that there's a clear walking path to here. And it doesn't have to be a literal path. You just need to make sure that there are sidewalks that connect. So even right here would be a good place to put something. So we'll go from this corner to that corner so people can walk. Let's see, let's do it this way. Here to here. We'll get rid of that. There, so that's pretty much a clear walking path all the way to over here. It's a little bit long, but it'll work. You see people already starting to use those little cut-throughs there. And the other thing we could do is just make it very specifically, like even the zoning right here is kind of messed up. Just that's what happens when you get your roads a little bit bigger. I'm going to go ahead and actually unzone these residential areas right here. And then we'll just actually just get rid of this street right here. We're going to make this kind of an open area. It's very specific, in its function, which is to get people from here to there. Little walking area. We can do that over here as well. Didn't quite connect, did it? That's okay. Wonder if we can squeeze through. Nope, of course we can't. There. So at least we have a sidewalk coming on this side too. And how about a little nice, we'll do a dog park in here. That'll be good. This is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy about this game. Is just kind of the chill detailing of the city. So trying to get real specific, like sometimes it's you kind of forget about the different little areas you might have. See, I can't even do that. I guess because of the commercial thing that's there. See, now I can do it on this side. I was trying to add in a neat little fence here. It doesn't look great because, again, like you're kind of like beholden to the vanilla, but still cool. It's like I wish I could get right on the path and put a fence. But it is what it is. It just, I mean, maybe if I took off, let's see, maybe if I took off all the snapping options. I don't think it's going to help, but maybe. Well, it's a little easier, that's for sure. Just kind of fence this little park in. You can do it. You can do it. What do you know? Taking off the snapping options. That was the ticket. And then just to make sure that it feels good and parky. What kind of tree is that? Not what I meant. I'll get rid of that one. There we go. Oh, it's one of the blooms. So I wanted something a little bit more like this. Just a few of these little. Just to fill in the space a little bit. So now that whole thing kind of looks like a little enclosed park area there. And what do we say we do something over here? I don't know what this stuff is. Some kind of like ground cover. Unfortunately, you can't really like layer it over each other. That would be kind of cool. No, not as much as I would want to. Some rhododendrons. There we go. Now, everything looks gorgeous. I didn't really have to do that, but that's just fun little stuff like that. Right, Boomer Stadium is up and running. Or is it? I wonder if we could. We said we were going to try to. Well, I undistricted it. But then I got to thinking if I were to district it and put like a campus at admin building right here, then we could. Then we might be able to get some actual games happening there. I can't remember if on this DLC the stadium actually becomes functional. Oh, somebody has died at the stadium. That's no good. I know we've got some hearses in here to come pick them up. We'll see. Where are you? There's a hearse coming back. No, let's see where he goes. Oh, he's going to this place right here. Police station. Oh, somebody died at the police station. I like that my area is away from everyone since I don't like people all that much. Yeah. Well, it definitely will. We will eventually be surrounded by people, but I think for now, just kind of creating this little pod. We've got metro to it. There's not a ton of traffic hitting it, at least from the city. People seem to be coming and going from the highway, so that's pretty cool. You know, you will have a lot of like that looks like residential traffic. So, but anyways, we've got this campus area. Let's do a. We'll make it liberal arts, or I don't have any museums, and I guess you have to do something else before you do that. The third one, I can't remember what it's called, some kind of university, but we could do a trade school as well. But I think we'll go with liberal arts for now. So we'll just do an admin building here. It'll just kind of live right here. This is the Sterling Institute of Humanities. So I think what we're going to do actually is rename it. Let's see if we can rename this area. I like that. That's pretty cool. But we're going to name it Boomer something. Boomer U. Boomer. I don't know. It used to be like maybe historically a long time ago this was an area that was either named for an explorer named Andrew Boomer, or maybe he was named after a long extinct variety of maple tree called the Boomer tree. Everyone will major in economics. Yeah, there you go. Is that what I put? I did put. We'll do. In fact, we'll do. What would you call an economic institute? Institute of Economics. The Boomer Institute. For or of? Think of. There we go. It is a trade school, right? Isn't that what I chose? Oh, no, I didn't. I did liberal arts, didn't I? Let me see. Let me just make sure. I can't remember what I did. I don't know how to choose. Like, you see it anywhere? Yeah, cinematography. So that's. I'll actually switch that out. The name can still be the same, but we'll. For some reason, I thought I did. I think I looked at it, but building already exists. So what I have to do is we'll just redo this whole thing. It's a learning process for me. So once you associate a campus area with a administration building, you have to delete it fully and do it again. So that's okay. So we got a campus area. We'll do. Come on. It says building already exists. Oh man. Oh, does it? I didn't build that already. Lib arts is fine, you know me. Oh man, I should have left it. That dang delay got me again. I should have just left it. So for whatever reason, I can't build this here. So I guess we'll have to stick with this maybe. Yeah. It just knows. It knows that that's what we chose before. So unfortunately, we'll be stuck with that. But again, it's more for role play than anything. So here we go. We'll call it the Boomer Institute of Pretty Good Economics. Boomer's Pretty Good Economic Academy. Eco mix. It doesn't have the predictive text in this. There we go. All right, now what we could also do is we could just name it nothing, because that little Boomer Institute of Economics is going to be, sitting there under Boomer Stadium anytime we look at it, which is not a big deal. If we wanted to flesh out the institute this way, we could, and then we could try to get this up to 5 stars, which I think will be fun. South Harmon Institute of Technology. All right. Okay, so this actually worked. We ended up creating a dam, which we didn't really need to do, and I don't love the way that looks, but it is what it is. But we have to be careful that it doesn't back the water up, which it looks like it didn't, so that's good. Because if you were to build a dam, an actual hydroelectric dam here, you would flood the city, which could be kind of fun. But anyways, all good. It looks like traffic's still flowing kind of through the middle of the city pretty good, pretty well. We're going to have to come back and address this Again, it's not the end of the world to me because it, you know, it's not backed up way back there to the bridge. But that being said, let's get something quick and dirty done real quick. This will be the last thing we do, I promise. Last thing. So we're gonna just go to here. We're gonna go up, 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 up. As always, I do it. Oh, all my snapping is turned off. I like to use snapping when I'm trying to do straight lines. There we go. We'll go up here. We'll go over. And then we'll come down. And that'll give us just kind of a little straight drive here. Little area connection there. And we'll keep this one simple because I don't know how many people are actually going to use it. It's like the end of the line. We'll use some on-ramps and off-ramps. We'll just do some real long ones. Well, at least they'll be long on this side. They obviously can't be long on, on the other side. This one's actually a little, well, no, it's not quite as. There we go. Change direction of that one. So that is an off ramp. And then what we'll do is we'll come over here. Do a little freeform. Come out. And we'll just, well, it doesn't really need to curve as much. But it's going to. And then from here, that actually doesn't make much sense, but it is what it is. Wait, let me think. I'm trying to get onto the highway. That works. Yeah, that works. And so here, we could actually take it this way. No, that is on the highway. I need to go off the highway. I always get them backwards. All right, so this is getting onto the highway here. This is coming off the highway there. So we need to be able to get, we don't need that. What am I thinking? Right? We don't need that. Help me keep everything straight. Technically, both directions can get onto the highway on this ramp right here. And technically, both directions, this way and this way, can get off the highway. I mean, no. This guy can't get off the highway. So this guy needs an off-ramp. Oh, yes, they can. All right, let me think. It always confuses me. So coming off the highway here, we're good. And then this direction, we don't really need it because there's a U-turn. Is that what I'm thinking? I just don't know. This way doesn't really need to get off the highway because it's the end of the road, right? Because if they're on this stretch right here, they've come from this side here and they should just take it off. But you see people are using it. It's not really necessary, I guess. But you're right. We don't need it. I guess I was just thinking if people end up on this stretch right here, they need a way to get off the highway. But if they haven't gotten off the highway by then they're not getting off the highway. They're just coming to the end. Yeah. Okay. So all good. So let's see. See, the problem with this is there's not a whole lot of stuff here, and that's a really long way to get there. What we can do is kind of create a little shortcut here. We'll just kind of make this nice little curved road right there. Maybe that'll give some folks a little incentive to skip some traffic. I don't know. I think we might need one right here. Just if we hadn't have built this one, I think right around this area would probably be more practical, and I have to kind of shorten this sort of stuff up. But you can tell, like, I don't do this for a living, so it takes a few times for me to get the concept in my mind, which is funny because I'm a very critical thinker, but like some of these concepts just feel like abstract to me, and I know they're not, but they just feel that way. All right, so this place right here has a red light. I don't think it needs a red light. Maybe it does, I don't know, but I know that's kind of slowing us down a little bit. This one doesn't need it. Just need stop signs on either side. Straight into that area of town. Right here, maybe, this road right there. That's okay. I think we're seeing a little bit more movement here. I'm not saying it's because of that intersection. It might be a little bit, but I think it's also because I cleared up this intersection right here. Although it's not very pretty, traffic is moving through it, which is what we want. And then right here we have a light as well, but I think we need a light right here. We'll turn that intersection into a straight diamond. This one? Yeah. I'm okay with it now. It would obviously save a little bit of space for sure if we diamonded it up. Kind of what we got, like a parclo right here. It's a partial clover in a way, but it has taken up a lot of space. But you know me, I'm experimenting. I'm like, I'll see a video of whether it's real life. I like to look at real life traffic management, and then also some of these YouTube builders who are just doing awesome. So this is pretty cool. In this map on the YouTube side, we've got Chili Gaga, who is one of our longtime supporters over at over on Facebook, and then his place is Chili Gaga. His username, his gamer tag is Chili Gaga, and so is Chili Gaga Garden. And then today we got Boomer Stadium set up with our friend Boomeroo, who is also a longtime friend of the stream and supporter from Facebook as well. So I like it. We'll next time we stream on YouTube, we'll get back in here and start growing this Boomer Institute of Economics. That's good for the city too, to have a university that's 5-star. It gets your folks educated. Only issue is that it's really far away from everything, but that's okay. Fewer intersections and lights, yeah. So yeah, you're totally right on that. Right here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course this is not connected to that, but it's close. And this one is this one's actually pretty far away from my entrance into the city, so I agree. That's actually a great idea. You'll remind me next time we're on YouTube to address this area right here. Part of the fun for me though is trying new things to see what the city does and see what traffic does, and then fixing it, which is what we'll do with this. So I can never run a 5-star school. Well, but we'll let the virtual Andrew handle that. So, yep. Well, that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks for hanging out with me, Andrew, and anybody else that might be hanging out with us today. I see we got more than just the one viewer, but this is our city. Let's take it. Why don't we do this? We'll kind of take a slow little ending here. I like to always come at the end. I used to do this in Skyrim. I would just kind of slow down a little bit and get out of the user, the HUD, and do something like this. Turn on the old day-night cycle, get into a little bit more of a cinematic view. And let's see, what did we build today? We built our university. Where the heck is it? Can't remember where it is. All right, go out. It's across the rivers in some. Oh, there it is. So we'll come over here. We also have lots of opportunity for farmland. Look how green, light green that is. That means it's real fertile. So we might even have a little farming community out here too. But this is our, let's actually do this. Instead of sitting in this view, I don't know where the sunset's going to be. Oh, it's going to be over here. So I wonder if we can get a good view. I wonder if we can actually go into the stadium. That would actually be cool. Like, see if we can go on the stadium. Yeah, we can. So we'll spend our sunset here. Let's find a this is a mascot of some sort. And we'll have our sunset. Actually, let's see if we can go into. Nope, that's not how you do it. Try that again. As the sun sets. See if I can remember how to do this. How do you get? Oh yeah, there we go. We'll go into first person view so you don't have to worry about the person. So we got baseball park there. Although we can't get up in the stands, I don't think. We'll pretend like we're sitting out in center field as the sun goes down over Boomer Stadium. Thank you, my friend Andrew. I appreciate it. You've been a great friend over the years, and hope this little bit of virtual homage makes your heart smile. It does me thinking about how I can get into some of these virtual worlds and name some things after my friends that I've met online and folks that are very generous and kind and supportive of what I do. So thank you very much. We'll let the sun go down on the city. This is Sladetown, our YouTube city. And then we will call it a day. Look at the shadows getting long. I'm going to go ahead and go off mic here. My name is Russ, also known as RKSlade, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.